Hello, everyone. I am Miss Rodriguez and I'm a third grade math teacher. So I want to welcome everyone where we'll be learning about the different math concepts and also incorporating our ideas to learn about each other's perspectives about math. So for today's lecture, I actually want to introduce you guys towards Unit 3, and we will be focusing on counting collections for this section of the presentation. And then also we'll be focusing on the different arithmetic operations such as addition, multiplication, and division. So before we get started, I am going to go over a few norms. So the first norm is respecting the differences and ideas of others in learning, supporting each other when students need help, being able to communicate with each other, have the opportunity to give positive feedback on students' work when a student actually shares to the class their ideas. Everyone has the opportunity to speak and share, and most importantly, have fun. Okay, so I ask, what do you already know about what strategies to use when counting a large number of objects? So I could actually provide some strategies to you guys. So the first strategy could be like skip counting. A second strategy could be creating an array. And a third strategy could be actually grouping a large number of objects. So that might fit best towards the question. So for our objective, students will be able to write and explain the strategy they will use to create an equation using manipulatives. Okay, so a few vocabulary terms that we'll be actually using quite a lot in this lecture would be multiplication statement, multiply, and equation. So multiplication statement and equation shows how many objects are multiplied together to get to the product, such as 4 plus 4 plus 4 is equal to 12, or 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Multiply, it is increase in number or in the multiples, which is to find the product of by multiplying. So a factor times a factor is equal to a product. 4 times 4 is equal to 16. An equation, it is the equality established between two expressions consisting of factors and products. So 10 minus 5 is equal to 5, or 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. So a few key words that we want to actually pay attention to are skip counting by, addition, multiplication, groups, and division. So for our introduction to collection counting, what do you guys see in the picture? I am able to see bears, and there are different colors of bears. So how do you know there are that many bears in the box? My guess would be there are maybe 12 bears. What strategy did I use? Um, well, the strategy that I used was categorize them by color, but right now we could actually count them together to see how many bears there are in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 bears altogether in this box. Okay, so now for the activity is called counting collections. And actually this worksheet, it is provided to you on my website. It is under lessons, and it is in the section of introduction. From this lecture and the manipulatives, I also incorporated a resource link where you are able to access the manipulatives and just use them online. If you guys don't have any that you guys can use at home. So you will receive a worksheet of manipulatives. So you will be given a number of counters, And you will have to guess how many counters are in your collections. Then you will count how many counters there are in total. After that, you will separate the counters into equal number of groups. And once you separate them into equal number of groups, you would answer the statement that is on the bottom. And the statement says, there are blank groups of blank. There are blank counters in total in my collection. So that is how you would actually do this activity. And then also we're gonna try your turn. So for this problem, I actually incorporate different levels of math proficiencies that you guys could actually choose. So A is a more easier level, B is like a medium level, and C is a bit more challenging level. So we are actually going to I'm going to do this with you guys. So I'm going to choose A. So Coach Martinez has 15 baseballs. If 3 baseballs fit in a box, how many boxes can Coach Kim fill? Okay, so I know there are 15 baseballs and 3 baseball fits in each box. So my strategy would be maybe it would be division, and I would be actually grouping them because I know the total amount of baseball, which is 15. So I would actually create a box here to know that each box could only fit 3 baseballs. And I would actually count 15 and then put 3 in each box to see how many boxes there are. Can Coach Kim fill? So let's count all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So how many groups are there? 1, 2. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Take my pencil. 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 groups. So how many boxes can Coach Kim fill? 5 boxes. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to our last one, and I would actually want you guys to do this one on your own. So I'll actually read out the question to you guys, and I will want you guys to try this on your own. So Anna goes to the store to buy art supplies for her group. She finds 12 crayons, 8 markers, and 4 colored pencils. So we want to find how many art supplies does she have in total, and if Anna wants to group the total number of supplies into groups of 4, what is the total number of art supplies each group will have? So I want you guys to read the question carefully again, look at important key terms, and see what strategy might fit best. So then after you guys finish with that problem, I want you guys to write on your piece of paper if we actually met the requirements for the lesson. And then once we get together as a class the next day, we'll be able to share our ideas and learn about each other's perspectives about this topic. So, were you able to find different strategies to create an equation using manipulatives? Were you able to separate manipulatives to create equal groups using addition to represent your collection? Were you able to find a pattern of equal groups to create a multiplication equation? And then we're going to review the objective one last time. Students will be able to write, share with a partner, and explain as a group the strategy they use to create an equation using manipulatives. So I hope you guys enjoyed this introduction of Unit 3. I can't wait for us to learn as a class about creating an array, grouping a large quantity of objects, and just using the different strategies and tools that we could implement towards this unit. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.